Welcome, one and all, to another Monday, whatever I call this at this point. So happy to be here with all of you. I've been uh, I've been busy with all these lives that I haven't been able to record a video and real life, and of course Audrey's here. So how you doing, Audrey?
Good evening, everybody,
Good
or
evening.
good a or late afternoon if you're on the West Coast.
Yes, yes. As we know, the West Coast people have quite an advantage when it comes to Bushiroad type stuff like this right here, the English conference. So, hello, Lancelings. Hello, Way. How you doing?
Hello, Way. Hello, Lancerlinks. How are you guys?
Why was your mind blown today? What happened?
I'm sorry.
Oh, Way. Oh, that's why. 1 a.m. UK time. That'd be that would blow me away for sure. I would be awake. Hopefully, you're not staying up for this because you could just watch the what do you call this? The VOD for this later on. But I appreciate you being here. Thank you for showing up. So we have quite a few things to talk about today. Hello, Zach. We do have quite a lot of things. I have not actually told Audrey what we're going to talk about here today. So we're going to talk very, very briefly about the Bushiroad English Conference. I will say, more than likely, we're going to talk more about the English Conference than what was actually in the English Conference.
All we have to do is make it 5 minutes.
We got to make it 5 freaking minutes, and I think we can do that. Next, Revue Starlight. We're gonna talk about dead boxes, and then lastly, we do have some shrines. So I did get shrines from Jose, and then also Pepe. So I'm gonna just show them off. That'll be like a nice way to finish outside of like all of our talk about this stuff. And then if we have time, we could do something later, Audrey. If not, I think we should just schedule something for what I was talking about like a week ago.
We can do that tonight if you're ready for it.
If I am, it depends on the time.
I was literally about to type in chat and ask you if we were doing that tonight.
It depends if we have time. Like
But
if
you
not,
actually on the keyboard ready to go to type that.
yeah, if not, then we can just do another day. So no one knows what we're talking about, but I need to record something, and I need Audrey's help to do so. So that will be coming at some point. You'll see something on that. The Bochi SPs, yes. The Bochi SPs that look like copies from another game, yeah. Where is it? Right here? These Bochi SPs. Yes, I do like it. Have you? I know I've asked you this. I've repeatedly asked you this about like every anime, but Audrey, have you watched Bochi the
Nope.
Rock at this point? Okay,
Nope.
that is a no.
It's another one in the category. I don't want to watch it because I might like it.
Well, I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's if you there's so many anime out there. As long as you're loving the anime that you're currently watching, great. If you have time and you like some music anime and people that are like a girl that is highly filled with anxiety, then check this show out. So it has its
Yeah,
moments.
lately I've been all watching VTubers.
VTubers, yeah, it's
Like,
I go in and out of that.
Sheena from Face Connect had her birthday stream,
Okay,
and it started at noon, and I think it ended. I went to bed around 1 o'clock in the morning, and she was still going. So I watched it from 12 p.m. to 1 a.m. on my day off
right.
Friday.
You really
So yeah,
grinded that one,
yeah, that killed a lot of anime watching time.
right? Well, at least you enjoyed it. Those are
Yep.
always fun. Birthday streams, yes. Yeah, the Bochi
Yeah,
SPs are out. The thing that we don't know about is there's 8 of them, and then we only have, let's say, 4, unless there's more down here. Down, but no, I cannot come right now. My wife, if you didn't hear her, she just called for me. And are you okay? Okay, good. So I will tell you one story. One time, my wife was mowing the lawn, similar to today, and I was sitting here at the computer, and she called for me, and I was like, what's going on?" And she's like, "I need help," or something like that. And then I went towards the garage, and she wasn't there, and I just saw a blood trail leading from the garage to the outside. She cut her hand on the lawnmower. So that's but today she has walked through the door and she is not bleeding, so that's a good sign. So good. Thanks for mowing the lawn. Anyway, so going back to this, um, Bochi the Rock, missing four. I can only imagine what it is. Hopefully, it's more originally type art here for the other four SSPs, which will be really neat. Hopefully, that I know I want to be mildly surprised if we get two SSPs per case, but I highly doubt that. It'll be one, just one. Yeah, lawnmower injuries. You can only imagine how many different ways you could get cut by a lawnmower. There's not very many. Just so you do that on your hand, by the way. No, good lord, no. No. This is not going to be a late stream tonight, so unfortunately, I would love to sleep, and I want to make normal videos again. Last week was it really threw me off with how many live, like, I only know we did two lives, but one took like 4.5 hours, and the other one was like 4.5 hours, something like that. So I did like 9 hours of live last week, which
Well, the
includes
second
Audrey too.
one wasn't our fault. The second one was not our fault.
That was
And
brutal.
notice right after the stream, we pretty much ended it right there.
Yeah, yeah. That was brutal. So I mean, I commend anybody that made it the entire journey with us, because that was very impressive. You were very devoted at that point.
Lancer links, just to answer your question, there are some, and it makes it even worse because you have to think about inheritance. I've got my two lists built, my two starting list, and yeah, that was the biggest problem with them, narrowing down the zeros. At one point, I think I had 30 zeros on one of the lists.
All right. So speaking about the Bushiroad English Conference, just a summary. Again, it wasn't very long for Weiss Schwarz anyways. We just got the product schedule. On the screen is the actual updated schedule. We don't know when Licorice Recoil is coming out. We don't know what this question mark is for to begin with. There's no reason that should even been there. We got no ban list. I know some people are slightly upset about that. Slightly upset about, to be frank, or to be whatever you want to say it is. Do you have any other comments, Audrey, about the English? That was basically it. Oh, and then we got the championship. Dates?
Yep, 8.
No, that's a face. We got tournament. Oh my! I am sorry, I'm doing this here. We got dates, so that whatever. Bushiroad Championship. That's a Shadowverse. I'm just saying. Weiss Schwarz got dates. What?
It was the first thing he talked about.
Oh, so that's why I couldn't find it. It was like all the way over here.
Yep.
There we go. Oh, you have better memory than me. I was just searching for products and stuff. So there we got some dates. Make sure you win so that you can go to Japan, which would be really cool. So wait, let me see something else. Hold on. Okay, no. What other thing did I want to talk about the conference? I wanted to just talk real quick about Bushy Matt, right? So the young gentleman that you're looking at here, very kind. I know a lot of things were said, maybe on everywhere, right? I don't even know where. Facebook, Reddit, Twitter, everywhere, even on videos. I myself, I don't know what the heck I said at like 4 hours in, but I will say he does a lot of work, and it was not the greatest of experiences for him for this conference. So he definitely was the messenger for the Bushiroad conference, in terms of the schedule, in terms of the lack of ban list for Weiss Schwarz. And I would just say again, like being someone that makes videos and having, let's say, times where people were very upset about what things were said or not said, and just be like, you know what? Like everybody else in the world, we all have to do a job. And he did this conference. I'm not sure why they put his name down when the stream got delayed, but let's be a little bit more kinder and more forgiving of people, especially when it comes to Bushy Matt. So it was he did write something out there on Twitter. I'm not going to show it, but he does his best. I think he really enjoys his job and really likes to see the feedback from the people. and he can only do so much. So that's what I want to say about that. He's a really nice guy, and again, I've shown it before. Like when we were doing that live conference stream, there is an actual interview that he did. It's like 15 minutes long. If you haven't checked it out, he talks about his likes, his jobs, things like that. So you'll get to know him a little bit better. He's a really nice guy. So no, they
Josh,
weren't sending him threats, nothing like that. It was just
no, giving him hell for things that
yeah,
he did.
yeah,
Um, basically, just to chime in on this one,
yeah. Go ahead.
Bushy Matt is the messenger. Um, and in the old days, in the ancient days, the king would send an ambassador. The ambassador would say something to the foreign nation, and the Sparta king would kick him into a big pit. And pretty much just like that iconic scene in 300. Basically, to be honest, Bushy Singapore is the other king. The what king was it? King Cyrus, I think, was the king villain from that movie. King Cyrus sent out his lackey Bushy Matt to give really bad news to the player base, and the player base got really mad and kicked him in the pit. Which I don't think we should kick him in the pit, and I certainly don't endorse that behavior. And it's not very fair to Matt that he got left out to dry, because what I've seen of him, I have a feeling he's actually trying to fix the problems we complain about.
Yeah.
But I do want to say that I kind of I don't want to just totally rag on the players that ragged on him.
Oh no.
I mean, if you guys remember, I left that stream really mad.
Yes.
I will say, oh, it was Xerxes. It was Xerxes. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I forgot that.
Mm.
I got the wrong one. It was Xerxes. Weiss Schwarz correct. I didn't say anything in the chat, but honestly, I was thinking really hard about what my English Weiss collection would be worth selling it. Because I was that mad. I didn't want to I'm still pretty mad about the no ban list, and it's like I don't even want to play this fucking format. I don't want to deal with, sorry for the F-bomb. I don't really want to deal
You're allowed
with
to say it.
the BS. And so I kind of get the player's frustration, but I definitely gotta say, giving the man heck when he's actually like on our side trying to fix things.
Yeah.
We can't really throw him under the bus because he's one of the few good ones we've got helping us out with all of our issues.
Right. Exactly. It's
I'm
he
sure
does what he can.
I'm sure he loved, because I'm pretty sure he's on Global. So I'm sure he loved seeing the screen cap about Bushiroad caring about competitive play.
I will say when I saw that, when I woke up that day and I saw that, I'm like, yep, yeah, that was definitely
Oh,
coming. That was
I
definitely
I
coming.
admit I saved that and I have used it on a meme in some private discords because yeah, that's a meme. But I gotta, remember he probably didn't write that script, or if he did, Bushy Singapore pretty much told him what he had to say. So I'm sure that the company said that they thought they were good for competitive gaming.
Right. Yep. So that's what happened. And I mean, I know their stance before when it came to bans because they said it on Twitter before that sometimes they'll just let it happen and ban if needed. They don't want to pre-ban certain things beforehand for whatever reason, and they just let it happen as it will. So I guess this is one of those moments, or they were just busy with Shadow versus Evolve. Who knows? But in the end, this guy wasn't the one that signed off on it, right? Like he didn't get the final rubber stamp to say if it's going to be banned or not. He got to put in some input, I believe, and that was the decision. So here we are. So don't beat him up. Don't beat him up. He's good people, right? Good people. So
Um, Joshua Bixby, I have no idea. Big B might, because he does, high end cooking and judges it. So I made macaroni and cheese with hot dog pieces chopped up in it today for dinner. So that's the skill up there. That's the extent of my cooking.
does anyone know how to get crispy salmon skin crispy in the oven without drying out the fish? Wouldn't you? I've never done it, but I've watched a lot of Hell's Kitchen. I thought what they do that is you would crisp the skin in the pan on on the skillet on the stove, and then you throw it into the oven. Is I think how you would go about doing that. Don't ask me because I messed up wings tonight. It was very sad today because I was excited. I'm not joking. I had wings, and I like doing wings with baking powder and throwing it into the oven. And unknowingly, I picked the baking soda today. So as my wife got home, she literally came home as it finished. It was perfect. It worked out. Very proud of myself. And then I realized as I tasted it, it tasted a little weird. And that's because it was baking soda instead of baking powder. Baking powder makes it all nice and crisp. Baking soda gives it a metallic taste. So that was where that ended up. So then I had to quickly make pasta for her. So that's where it was. I ruined wings. It was so upsetting. I was mad, super mad.
That was you you ruined wings. I mean that probably is a war crime in some
It
parts of
was
the
super
country.
crispy too. When it came out, it was golden brown and crisp. I'm like, oh my god, she's gonna love this. And then I tasted it myself, and I'm like, this is terrible. And I had to make her pasta, which she still enjoyed, but it wasn't the same as wings. The house smelled like wings, and didn't get to taste it. So yeah,
Weiss,
there you go.
thing I did talk about the Alice shop challenge at during that stream, so don't worry. I talked about that.
There you go. So I wasn't far off. Yeah, you do it on the stove, and then you chuck it in the oven. So yeah, eventually we'll get hit with a ban list. Unfortunately, it's not right now for some of the people, but hey, it's coming. So that's
Well,
all.
it is for players, it's really rough.
Yeah, no, I
I
know.
know a lot of players who use the shop challenges as much for play testing their ideas as getting the buy card.
Yeah,
You know, okay, will this deck work? Well, the shop challenge is the most competitive English event outside of these regionals, so I'm gonna give it a try and throw it out there. Um, and if the ban list comes after you've done all that work and play testing, then you're kind of up the creek.
right.
Like you build Itsuki in particular really heavy to deal with Alice, and Alice is gone, you have a bunch of dead cards in your deck. So, and then we had I don't know if you saw, but California had a regional. I think the Twitch streamer's 2-1 dead, something like that. He posted stuff on Global, but he literally played Quince himself, then played against 4 Quince decks, so 1 Quince deck per round for his 4 rounds of Swiss.
All right.
Like 2 Ninos and 2 Itsukis. So yeah. Oh, what a great format.
Yeah. I mean, I think no matter what, everybody's going to be upset a little bit. I think we had this talk before, like even just going back, like memory wise, about like when a ban list should happen. You know, some people say it's like right before tournaments, like the championship series actually hits. Some people say, you know, a month or two before that.
I think it should have been right after the spring season.
Yeah, so it's all timing, and everybody's gonna have a preference on it, like when
Yeah.
you
And
wanna see it. So, because
I
even
think
then, when we were talking about that, I think everybody had like different preferences for that. There wasn't like anybody agreed that I want it here or I want it here. Because some people wanted it to. I think when we were talking about it, you said something about like you might not have agreed with it, but you saw the other viewpoint where you were saying like it gets people thinking about other decks like with a little bit of time or something.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Um
it's
Joshua Bixby Itsuki is like the big one. Some Nino players are still holding out, but Itsuki's queen of Quince right now.
right.
Ichika has the potential to be really, really darn good, but I haven't seen I haven't seen it in the results where people have tried it and had it succeed. So, mm,
All right. So moving on, we got Revue Starlight Re live. So I don't know how much people really wanted this, but as we can see within the what day is it today? Is it the 10th? Geez, today's
yep.
the 10th. If you take a look at the screen, as of the 10th, we've had 4 boxes sell on TCG Player. 4. Isn't that crazy? $64 though. I mean, it's a solid price, $64 and 84 cents. This is last sold, so pretty high price. It's not in the 50 ranges yet, but at the same time, there's not a whole lot of people that actually want this stuff. So when I made the title of this stream, it was a joke, obviously. These signatures are so cool, you can't even find them because, as you can see right here, after a few days at this point, we got 2 pirates, 2 Karens, 2 Akiras, and 1 Nana. And this is just an SR for $2.49, which TCG player is describing as a special rare, but it's actually a super rare. So that's your well, actually I got one more right here for $299.99. I mean, if you really wanted signatures, you would just go to Strictly Broken, but even then, Strictly Broken didn't have every SP, right? They didn't have every variety under the sun. I mean, how many were there? I think there was 24. Going back here again. 25. I think there was 25. Ooh, that's the wrong one.
There you go.
Yep. Click. 24. There was 24. So they didn't have them all. These are the ones they had. Even then, if you want the pirate one, she's $50 at Strictly Broken. Don't buy the one on TCG Player. That's $75 or $74. You can just get it off Strictly Broken for $50. So this is pretty amazing. I thought Bang Dream was rare, but it feels like Revue Starlight gonna be hard to pick up if you wanted all of them.
I think Revue Starlight's an interesting thing for us to watch. With Saikano, it did have people that cared, and people were buying it because it was a Weiss product and, things were still booming. This one, I legitimately think no one cares. I've seen one person asking to buy a play set, and I think I've seen 2 cases for sale on Facebook.
Right.
And we're not seeing any sales on TCG Player. I think we're literally seeing what happens when no one cares about a set at all.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
mine's only 99? I might actually grab that.
Yeah. You got 3 of them. You got 3 shots at it. So
I grab that
yeah,
Karen side at 99.
it's actually really sad. And the ones that actually did sell. So going back, we took a look at it.
That was a several $100
Double
set from the
rares.
Japanese.
You see your double rares at 249. They just got cleaned up. Not all
Well,
of
there
them,
were,
but
if you remember, there were only like 1 or 2.
yeah, exactly. There is only a couple of them. So, oh, this one had a bit more than that. You got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 cards. Celebrating 11 double rare cards that sold at $2.49. So, pretty
Yeah,
amazing what's
that,
happening.
that Hikari you were just on is one of the key cards of the set. So what was the sales on that?
249.
Right, but how
249.
many?
11. 11 cards. Literally 11 cards.
Yeah. And that's like probably one of the most playable cards. If it's not the most playable, it's one of the most playable cards in the set.
Okay. Well, let's. Oops.
So
The wrong one.
I mean,
The Strictly Broken got some. If anybody needs cards, I might as well do it while I'm here for all of you if you wanted it. Revue Starlight. What was the name again? Karen?
Hikari.
Ikari? Okay.
Yeah, it was a level 3 Hikari in red. RR.
Red, 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 green, green,
And it's
green.
players, you just passed it. It was players picking it up because it was sold in packets of 2, which is generally how many you'd run in the deck.
Whew, $15.
Yeah.
Damn. You had quite
That,
the sale on TCG Player.
yeah.
Which I don't know what the fair price on it, since I didn't look. I didn't bother looking up anything about this set truly outside of the SPs. So is $15 the right price? I don't know, but at $249, that makes it seem like a steal.
Okay, with as rare as it's gonna be, with the lack of
I mean, they only got 3, so
and it is pretty much you're gonna play 2 of them when the movie comes out, and you actually can legitimately kind of well, no, I'm not gonna say legitimately. You kind of can bring a competitive deck to a local, to an English local with movie. Kinda, sorta, maybe.
okay.
And you're gonna need 2 of her for the deck. So, I mean, they got poor Strictly Broken's got to get their money somehow after opening that product.
Oh, they'll get it. Yeah, they'll definitely get it.
Well, no, I think a lot of these cards are just going to sit. I mean, let me grab my movie deck real quick because I have the Japanese metal list built. So let me grab it real quick.
Okay. Yeah, I really I really didn't put much time in the Revue Starlight. I was like, remember I
Okay,
even
let's
forgot
see.
it was coming out. I was like, what's coming out this week? I think it's Revue Starlight. So
I
that's
have
as
one.
much as far as I
I have
got.
one rare from set one, two copies of that rare. Another rare from set one that I know is a four of. Yeah,
No,
the
that's
only the only the only relive card, only card from this set that we're looking at that I have in this deck, and I'm gonna low key. It won a casual. It has won a tournament, but it was a really casual locals. I have one copy of the Hikari card in this deck,
well,
the $15 card, and that is the only card from relive in this deck.
that's great. That's great. But the cards look
Now,
lovely. Again, going back to that, all is not lost because there's some nice SPs, which I have only seen one of these so far of the Pirate Queen, lovely card right there.
well, I mean, me and White Sack King and Ty Pruitt went to go see the movie in the theaters
Hmm.
that the movie set's based on, and it was one of the most gorgeous visual experiences I've ever had in my
Yeah,
life.
I'd imagine. Just looking at these cards, I'm
If
like,
you,
it's gonna
I
be
mean,
good.
you're gonna get if you want really pretty cards. I mean, the set's really good for that. But
Yeah,
I just
pirate ship
don't.
girl. She ain't. She's very rare. I mean, this is gonna be if you want it. For me, when I was looking up these cards, it was an
If
all
you're
or
into pop numbers, this is your set. Go get one, slab it, and you'll have a pop one most likely.
yeah. I was like, it's all or nothing for me. So when Strictly Broken popped up, I had a list of cards, and if all of the cards were not on there, I was gonna buy it. So I didn't end up buying anything because I just want it for the pretty cards, but at the same time, I'm not gonna put a lot of time and effort into it. So it was either fate gonna have it there right there for me or not, and I was like, oh well, I'm just gonna move on. And I get the feeling that's what's gonna happen to the majority of the people with this set, right? At this point, have you just moved on past Review Starlight and looking forward to whatever the heck is next? Oh, Hollow
Oh,
Live. Oh,
yeah,
Hollow. Wait, no, Slime. See, Slime.
slime, but I don't. I mean, I haven't seen the hype for slime either.
I don't think
I
there
mean,
really is any.
I'm
And
sure when it hits the shelf, people get excited about it when they see it and kind of remember that it's coming out.
I feel like Slime, and not to say that people don't like Slime, right? I
Oh
know
no,
there's
people
people
love
that love
slime.
Slime, but every time the last Slime set that came out, it didn't feel like there was a whole lot of excitement for that. I mean, it was there, people bought it, right? It's not like they didn't. Even there was a reprint of set one, but it wasn't like I don't know, like some other sets that people were really excited for. I don't know if it gets wedged in or people just forget about it, like wedged in between something that's actually gonna be amazing. But it always seems like Slime gets forgotten about. It's bought but forgotten about. So, but yeah, Hollow Live is gonna
Slime,
just.
slime 3 is definitely going to have players' attention.
Oh yeah, no, well,
Slime's always been. I mean, while it isn't Alice, it's always been it's been a force in the English meta for years now.
right,
And Slime 3 does what Alice does fairly.
yep. No, I know.
So it's fair balanced Alice, kind of
People have
sort
been
of.
buying up the older cards. That
Yeah.
for sure I know. It's just like it just doesn't feel like like when some people think about Azure Lane, right? Or Hollow Live. You have the third coming of Slime or even Sword Art Online. But now you have the third coming of Slime and you don't I don't really have anybody in my mind just popping out that says, "Oh my god, I can't wait to get this." Where a group of people, where Hollow Live, you could feel there's people that want this thing,
Yeah, but I
or
do think
Overlord.
I do think people are excited for Slime in the player
Yeah.
community.
Yeah. It's just not the full experience that I've had before. So,
Right. I mean, unfortunately though, it becomes between Avatar and Hololive 2.
yep.
because everybody looks at Hololive and thinks free tendies for the bling. So
We'll see.
yeah,
See
you got to,
what-
we always talk about, what are you going to buy? Well, if you have a choice between Revue Starlight, Slime 3, and Hololive, you're obviously going for the Hololive. I mean, well, if you're looking at it from for financial gains and things like that.
yeah,
And I think a more majority of people are slime, or I'm sorry, Hololive fans than slime fans, even though slime fans are very, very dedicated fans.
yeah. No, I can see that.
So, and so people could still be broke from Avatar and charging up for Hololive.
And everything else that comes
Right.
after, or in between, or Azure Lane, or even the Genki Bunko. So just so many things. It's just being lost in the mix, and that's what always seems like for me what happens with slime. And it doesn't help that Rebirth for You has slime. That had the slime
Mm,
diaries.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think those really rate. I think slime probably falls in the Love Live category where it's more niche, but the people who love it love it.
No, but
Love it, love it.
it takes away it. So what I meant by that is right with Licorice Recoil. What happened was it came out for Rebirth for You. It was in Build Divide Break. So it's just another thing that takes away from the game that has it next, which in this case would be Weiss Schwarz English side.
I
Because some
totally
people
get
probably bought it for Japan too.
I totally get where you're going, but I haven't met anybody in my travels that said, "I'm not buying, Licorice Recoil because I bought it in Rebirth," or "I'm not buying Slime because I bought it in Rebirth." I've never ran into that. I mean, it's always a
I have.
possibility, of course, but
No,
I
I definitely
you
have.
guys do that?
Because
Alright.
because the people are like it's so close image wise. It's in my comments that people
Okay.
go, I already got it. I already got the art. I'm not going back and buying it. It was first come first served is how it works, and that's what I'm starting to see. So what is going on is people are buying whatever game has it first, and if it's not that much of a difference, they're saying screw it. And even then, that's what's happening with the Japanese version. People are buying the Japanese version, and like again, because maybe the SPs are a little lower in price, or maybe because of the exchange rate, you're able to pick up the Japanese booster box for less, and they're saying screw it. I've seen multiple people say that in JP for Azure Lane. Like, they're like, screw it, I'm not gonna buy it. Or you got the English one, I'm done, I'm out. Sorry, see you later. I mean, and they got the cards what, like 6 months before?
Right.
So yeah, it definitely happens. Um, so with the Bochi the Rock, like going back to this, did I close it? No, going back to this, right? This is art that's already been used. So you already have four arts. You have four SSPs that already has seen the light of day. And I mean, there's going to be four new ones, but this is why it's very, very bad not to make it exclusive. It's just going to hurt your sales in the end. And that's if it comes to English. Then it's like, are you going to buy it again for English? Some people are going to say no. I will definitely say anything that I bought that like I bought Licorice Recoil for Rebirth for You. It definitely hurt how much I bought personally on a personal level when it came out for Weiss Schwarz. So on a personal level, I could say that's actually true because you don't look at it at when you have the same art. Like when I saw the images, when I did those videos, right, that I showed you all the cards for the set, and when I saw that these cards are basically the same as what I've seen for Rebirth for You, or Build Divide, I'm not as excited to see it because I've already seen it. I have that card. It's sitting right there. It's like it's just in a different game. So why would I want to buy a duplicate copy of the same card or the same art? I'd just be I guess really excited for the same thing just on a different game, and that's not what I'm going for. Yep. So I've seen a lot. Yeah, I mean, it's not that set. Licorice Recoil might not have been good for playing, but you're definitely gonna right because people are going to either play this, and if it's things for playing, they're not gonna buy it. If people collect this and the art's exactly the same, why would they want to collect it twice? just to say I got it in Weiss Schwarz and I got it for Rebirth for You. Can you imagine that? Side by side slabs of the same card art? That would suck. I'd just be like, I'd be buying something else.
That would actually be a pretty funny project, though.
It'd be funny if you have
Funny
money.
with the troll.
Yeah, if you had money, but there's no point because
Yeah.
how many people said they wanted that L card for quintessential quintuplets that actually went followed through and bought it? Um, I mean, some people did, some people definitely didn't. Right? It's a nice thought to have, but then in theory, like theory versus actual reality, right? When you got to fork up $400 for the same art, are you gonna do it? Um, Probably not. It's not what's gonna happen. So I mean, why Schwartz? If you want to keep hurting yourself by using the same art, feel free. But I would tell you highly to not do that. Right? It's just that's what's happening. You can't be excited for art you've seen 6 months ago, and you can't be excited for art that you've seen in another game. That's me. I'm not buying it again. Yep, right. Buy the Rebirth Licorice PP rarity is beyond gorgeous, right? Then now you're sitting there and being like, which one was better looking? Rebirth for You looked really nice. That's where I would put my money. But yeah, it definitely hurt me buying it in the end.
I don't know. I for me, I look at if I'm just looking at cards and I'm evaluating on art, I wouldn't want a Rebirth for You card. All their play mechanic stuff that's printed on the card just looks so freaking tacky.
I don't
Like
know,
the lightning bolts and all that other stuff.
I like the partner cards. They look real good.
Cards are great. I mean, and that's where and generally, if you notice, that's where they put all their high dollar bling. But the rest of it's
Oh yeah, no, I mean
yeah,
that's
yeah.
that's why, again, if we go here to Yute and look, I mean, they're their high dollar cards are really in the PP. I wouldn't say like buy some of the other stuff. Rebirth for You, right, is never going to end. I will keep saying that. Rebirth for You will never end. I know I just read a comment that said it's going to, eventually die. But I mean, again, here's Blue Archive.
It's a cockroach of TCGs.
Blue Archive Volume 2. Look at the prices on there. This is going to be one of those ones that make you go, damn, I wish that was Weiss Schwarz prices, right? Like, so look at those prices. And I know this is a higher rarity. Don't get me wrong. I understand that PP is harder, way, way, way harder to get than the SP card. But if you look at them prices, those are prices that, command a little bit of respect. So, well, we got 128,000 yen. I know there's one left. It's not sold out, whatever. But still, that's some pretty fair prices right there. SP1's definitely lower. It's got all that stuff you said over it, right? But PP's really nice. Check this one out. Yeah, yeah, looking nice.
Now, something to point out that I don't know if everybody knows on Rebirth for You, the partner cards are generic. They're like land from Magic. You don't have to use a Rebirth from You from Bochi if you're playing a Bochi deck. So if you have one of these Blue Archive. So if you have one of these Blue Archive cards, these PP cards, you can use it as your partner card for DJ or Hololive or wrestling or it doesn't really matter. So, I think that kind of also helps with the prices on those. You can, if you're a Blue Archive fan, you can get the card and use it every time you use Rebirth for You, forever and ever.
Oh, look at this one. This one's nice. Yeah. Yeah, I just, Rebirth, never gonna die. It has some collector standing, whether people play it or not. It's just, they keep putting some good stuff in here, and you get back. Even like Slime. I've shown this before. They don't even got the two, but you can see right there.
White Sat King, I'm gonna as much as I dislike Rebirth, I'm gonna defend it here a little bit. Chaos, Luck and Logic, Buddy Fight are all games that you've listed. Were killed. But Rebirth for You is coming out in a different era. And I know you you in the comments or section are saying Spoxel and whatnot aren't going to help Bushiroad's margins, but Bushiroad games are also heavily collected in Japan as much as they are here. So Rebirth for you could turn into be like Pokemon TCG, where it's 10% players, 90% collectors very easily.
Yep.
And if that's what's going on, yeah, the Rebirth for you tournament might have 5 people, but oh well. People are ripping it and putting it in their binders.
Yeah, you
Now,
don't need anybody to play.
one thing I haven't seen yet that kind of got me wondering, that has me suspicious, is I haven't really seen a slab community for Rebirth. Or you know,
People have. It's on the
heavy,
Facebook page.
or a heavy resale market for it outside of just ripping the pack.
See
So
this?
that
Rebirth. Licorice Recoil special set. Just came up. Yeah, it's not over. I mean, they just put a Licorice Recoil special set here for Rebirth for you. Yeah, they're not done. they're not. They're definitely putting some in here. By the way, someone really wanted the Bang Dream Premium. This thing sold out.
huh?
Check that out. It had that
Okay.
Card Captor Sakura look on there. When I saw that, I was like, "What is this?" When I saw the art, because I didn't read it. Obviously, when I woke up in the morning, I just looked at the art, and I'm like, "What is this?" So yeah, it's gone, gone already. There you go. I completely forgot this is coming out because I've never watched this or read this or whatever this is. Um, Alice Gear Aegis. So that's here. Confused the heck out of me. I was like, what is this? But yeah, no. Fang Dream. There you go. But yeah, no, Rebirth for you. It's not. I feel like it's never going anywhere. It will eventually, but for now, they're definitely still invested in it. Is you're gonna say something?
No.
Okay, so sorry, I was looking at this. I really like this anime, and I like the video games. Riza,
Oh, then you and White Sacking would get along really well.
Riza. Everybody's pointing out her thick
You've been, like
thighs.
nonstop on Riza for the last week or two with the anime.
Yeah, it was great. They put out a 48-minute episode. So by the way, I was gonna save this for later, but where is it? Where is it? Here, this one. I've been enjoying this summer season like crazy. I've been watching almost everything. I haven't had time to watch everything, but the one I watched last night was this one. Was the Mashable cat is depressed again? You know, look at this giant guy right here. This big cat. It's so much fun. That one was very enjoyable. I've been just nonstop anime. It just keeps on coming. But Riza was a fun one. That cat one was good. I like the vending machine. Liar was really good. Just a ton of freaking anime this season. So uh there was one about being level 1, overpowered at level 1. OP. Where is it? OP. Can't find it. I watched it right before I got on this stream tonight. Right here. My unique skill makes me OP even at level 1. That was a little heartwarming. I don't get why people rate these. It's like, it's only been one episode. Why are you giving it a score already? Things change all the time. It could suck. I could say next episode it's like terrible. But right now it's a lot of fun. And this cat one's really cool. Reese is so good. Yeah, I like when the little Poonie ball guy came out. I was like, I had a moment there when I saw the Poonie come out. So, Revue Starlight, that's it. I'm done with anime. Um, but here we go. Oh, I have one question for all of you. And this comes from a viewer, so I said I would answer it. So back in the day, I made this video 9 months ago. Holy crap, 9 months ago. Where does the time go? Rascal does not dream of Bunny Girl Senpai reparent, buy, or invest. What I have here is this person here. So is it Naman Rivera? Naman Rivera. He wrote me, I'm super late to this video. So 3 days ago, he wrote, I'm super late to this video. Just, oop, I tried to make it bigger, but it just zoomed in too much. I'm super late to this video. Just tonight decided to research Weiss Schwarz. So he's new. He loves Bunny Girl Senpai, and I asked him a follow up question after he wrote this. Was he initially wrote, "I would love to get your updated thoughts on purchasing the reprint booster box of that and the Dreaming Girl boxes, and how do you keep the cards safe?" I wanted to know, since he was new, if he really knew about Weiss Schwarz. So he does not know what dead boxes are uh, when it comes to Weiss Schwarz. Thankfully, I do not. I do know what dead boxes are because of Pokemon TCG in the past. But right, we have some different things with Weiss Schwarz. So, what is your best way of determining if a booster box is dead or not? I was considering buying from eBay because that's where I do most of my online shopping, anyways, but have never used it to buy card game stuff. I saw TCG players out of stock on almost everything sealed, so that is not an option. He did buy trial deck for Kaguya season two, set two. Wait, was there a trial deck for
Now
Kaguya? He probably
he
number
probably got
one,
the
just thought
reprint.
it was number two.
Yeah, probably got the reprint from number one.
Yeah, so anyways, how would I be able to tell if the booster boxes are dead? Thanks a ton for the response. I truly do appreciate it. You know me, I've done videos on this and I could write back to it. So I thought it'd be really neat for yourself, Audrey, or if anybody else wants to write in here, and then I'll just send him the timestamp for where we're talking about this so that he could see it in the future. That was my whole thought process on there. So what would you do, Audrey? What would you say to this person about dead boxes and where they should get it from?
Man,
I told you I didn't want to tell you this. This is the first time you're hearing this.
you're giving me a moral dilemma here. Okay, because to be honest, my first inclination is be very frank with this new person
Mhm.
and tell him to buy singles. In this particular case, odds are every box that's left on the market is dead. If we're strictly talking about Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl. Now, for future cases, is to go and know the seller, know the history of the case that it was cracked in, or just outright buy a sealed case yourself. That's like the only way you really can determine whether it's dead or not.
Yep.
But I would make the assumption today that if it's Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai, it's completely dead. Anything sealed is dead.
The reprint.
The reprint and the original, because the My SEC or and then the trial tech My were just too hunted.
Okay. What about the second set, which would have been Dreaming Girl?
I would say the same thing.
Same thing. All gone.
Yep. Yep.
You're screwed
All
unless
good.
you get a case. Okay.
Yep. Actually, I mean, I like Weiss Sackings. Don't buy boxes aiming for SPs.
Yep. Joshua Bixby. So let's just read these all. Joshua Bixby. There's a few places I trust to buy from. If I can't get it from there, I assume it's dead. Zach wrote, the only way to really know 100% is to buy from someone who has been keeping track, to be honest. And then we got Lancer Links. I found a few sellers who are okay to buy from eBay and have pulled SPs from them. So it is potentially possible, but I think most people err on the side of, if you're buying this late, like I made this video 9 months ago, so I don't remember when this thing came out. I can obviously go back and look when Dreaming Girl came out, when the reprint of this thing happened, but it's more than likely, unless you see a sealed case, that you're gonna have a hard time trying to find some SPs. You really need to be around when it happens so you can pre-order it. Obviously, for me, what I would say is pre-order it from someone you trust. If you can't, go on Facebook, go on these different places, ask one
Yeah,
of us.
now to throw it out there, because Suave Collects brought it up
Yeah.
anyway. Whatnot is doing a special for Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl. Somebody found a set one case sealed, and they are breaking it on a special live stream that Whatnot's hyping the heck out of. So if this poster is a whale and he wants to go play with the big boys, there is a case of Rascal that is untouched
Are they
and
actually
it will be
selling that? I
clean.
thought they were just opening and giving it away.
No, I'm pretty sure they're selling it.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a break. So you buy your box and they rip it. Let me look real quick because it's like all over. It's Whatnot has it like mandatory. It has to come up in my stuff because I do Weiss mainly. Or
yeah.
I
I
watch
read they were giving away the break, so it's something that if anybody wants to do that, wants to be a part of the giveaway, be there. I think it was Friday night
Friday, Friday at 9:30 Eastern.
on Whatnot. Yeah, so you'll
Um,
find that.
okay.
I'm going
I
with
mean,
Audrey on that time. I don't know specifically
yeah,
offhand.
I'm literally looking at the stream right now. So I was seeing if they had any details of whether it's a buy or a rip. I don't see any products, so it might be a giveaway, but I, I
Yeah.
would
Now
I would think
everybody's thinking it's a giveaway. I read they were
okay.
giving away their breaks, so Swap said that. But
All right, yeah, Swab actually sells on Whatnot, so he's much more informed than I am.
yeah, Zach said that
He,
too. They should be
he-
giving away everything.
he's a good legit. Him and Zach are both very good legit sellers on Whatnot.
Right.
I would feel safe ripping boxes from them. So
There you go. Joshua wrote, I think the best you can ask for from a seller is that they don't know if a box is dead or not. Pretty much at this point. Like the more time that's gone by, the worse it gets. Obviously, closer to pre-order or release, that's when you're gonna have your best shot at it. Um, Outside of that, even when you get valid people where they say I trust this person, I've gotten it. At any point, the seller can change. At any point, they can do things. It's always best if you could just be there at the store watching them pull it out and then you get it yourself. But since we can't do that, we do have to trust at some point, and so hopefully you find somebody that is worthy of your trust. Hopefully, since they are actually making more anime of the Bunny Girl series, I would say, right? There was one for the sister that's coming out. I don't think it's a full blown anime, but maybe with that they'll put out another um, actual thing. Oh, by the way, I just remembered. There you go. You could do this instead. This. Build, divide. Just dawned on me. I got a bonus here for you. There you go. Build, divide, bright.
yep,
You know,
Yami isn't going to search boxes.
yeah, this is sold out on Ami. But my point is, if you just like, if you just like Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai, um, what you could do is look towards Build Divide because this comes out late July and it's new. So this is a chance to get some card art. I don't know what the card art looks like or anything like that, but here's your chance to pick up some Bunny Girl cards. So that's a little bit of a bonus. That just dawned on me. Yeah, there you go. Build Divide Bright. Check it out. We got that there for you. Well, not me. I don't have any. I don't sell anything. But yeah, you could just look for that. Build Divide is out there. Be sure to check it out. Yeah, Build Divide is so Zach wrote. Build Divide is nice quality. I have a master set of the Demon Slayer set outside of the SC and DR. Yeah, they are really nice looking cards. So there's just a bunch of games out here. I'm still waiting for the Union Arena for Bleach. Once that hits, that'll be really cool to. I want a bunch of that. Hopefully, I can get some. But there you go. That's all I would say. Is like it's hard out there. I mean, there's reasons why people will actually search for boxes and sell you dead boxes. There's other people that honestly don't know. Some people don't care. They just want to sell the boxes, even on TCG Player, right? Like if I were to type in something like this, just because Kaguya love is war, this thing right here. So if you look at the price, it is $44.98 for Kaguya Love is War. Now, can you tell me just by looking at like this list here if these are all dead or they're live?
At 41 boxes, they probably still have some sealed cases left.
Right. See, so it's
But
like sometimes
but
but maybe not. You don't know for sure.
or they open so much that they have 41 boxes in excess.
Right. And I'm not saying, just for purposes of not being sued, we obviously have no idea whether they have searched or not searched. But again, it's one of those ones that you can actually write to these people and just try to find out, obviously, because of the name. If you just look out for that name on the internet, you'll probably be able to write to them and just ask them. And then maybe even get some references. Okay. So it's just, it's all hard. Some people will, because you could say it like this. I know people will say, right, what you just said, right? At $44.98, it could be searched. But does that make, again, the $74.75 more legit?
Now, I'd also say that's probably
Yeah.
searched.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to.
Price is not anything. I'm not saying that about you, Audrey. I'm just saying price isn't something that tells you if something's dead or not. They could reverse psychology you and shove it here for 70 some dollars. And again, I'm not talking about the store. I'm just saying in general, if someone shoved it at $70, $80, $90, does that make it more legit? It doesn't mean anything. So it really just comes down to the seller.
I guess I'm just skeptical and critical because if unless I see the case open or can sit down and talk with the owner and I know they're not BSing me, I'm going to assume it's searched.
Right. Yeah, at some point you just gotta say, you gotta think in your mind that
But
you're just gonna take the gamble if you want to buy it to open it. Right. At a certain point, I just go, this is a collector's piece. If I decide to open it one day, great. But more than likely, it's not gonna have anything in it. If it does, even better. But that's what I would use it for. Okay. Yep. Ideal 808 is a breaker. They are definitely a breaker. Yeah, Simply Unlucky is a secure seller I've seen. So yeah, that's why sometimes you just got to take a chance and go with it, uh, as much as references do, right? Because someone can be trusted, but depending on how they run their business, you can't actually see what's going on there. But yeah, and not everybody can afford a case. We're going back to that
right.
again, right? So, but your best shot is buy it during release, because when stores have release, right? If they sell enough, online sellers, whoever, they're just trying to get the orders out, I would imagine.
I
Not
mean,
trying to open things and sell you dead product.
an easy way, if you're not like super in depth on the Weiss community and everything and eBay and all that, honestly, just go into your LGS, have them pre-order you 3 or 4 boxes. Distributors don't search their the cases. And your LGS probably doesn't sell Weiss singles at all, so they don't care. They're not going to search it either. So that's usually a good route to get like good hits.
Right. And even then, again, even though people don't like it, Rudy from Alpha Investments, that's why he's going to be so pivotal in the years to come, because he has all those cases which aren't open, and probably one of the last places that will have, sealed product that you can actually trust. So I've said it all along. Like, can you imagine, like, when Rudy does sales of like 2 boxes, 3, 5, 6, 10, 12 whole cases? I think even just having, if you can prove that you bought it from Rudy, like leave it in the actual box with his thing on it, still sealed, the original seal on it, that to me is as close as it gets to a sealed case. Because if you can trust that Alpha Investments didn't open it, which I'm pretty sure he doesn't, um, and you can prove that box that person bought was never opened, that probably has a good chance of getting an SP inside of it. As in, it's not a dead box. So that's my thought on that too. I would just leave them in the box, honestly. There you go. I get laughed at by LGS. Yes. Then that LGS goes and sell promo packs that are not for resale. Oh, so many topics to talk about. Um,
Yeah,
okay.
we're gonna leave that one totally
So
alone.
we're gonna leave that one alone. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else with those topics? Are you good? Because if not, I'm gonna
Uh,
move on to said shrine.
I think we're good.
Okay. So one last thing, because I always wanted to wrap up in a nice fancy way. I hit the anime. Next one is I have this one. Okay, so I have two shrines. This one was different. This was really interesting actually to see come up. So I got this from Pepe. So Pepe just wanted to send this. He missed the giveaway, but he doesn't care about giveaways. He just wanted to share his compilation of fan arts that he has actually commissioned, which is actually really neat. So it's basically like his Twitter is some sort of like internet shrine, if you will. What you're going to see in this one is a lot of art of Julia from Beyblade, which again he commissioned. There was a commemorative compilation of 21 fan arts made by 21 artists to celebrate her 20th year since she appeared in the anime of Beyblade. This first one obviously is not Julia. You're gonna be like, well, it's not Julia at all. Right here, what we got is Perry from Fire Emblem, which is pretty cool. So as you can see here, it was made by Ruin Lunarian, and my first time paying for digital art. So again, even though like when we were showing shrines, it was like physical shrines inside of your house. This one's kind of neat because it's a digital one of different commissioned art. That's a really cool picture, by the way. So down here, down below is we got Julia from Beyblade. I have personally not watched Beyblade myself. I've watched people actually play with the little toys, Beyblading around. My little nephew had it, and it was actually fun to play with. But all these different arts down below. So if you actually want to see this stuff, it's at justice r at justice underscore RIP 1231. That's how you go about finding this. But I'm just going to show you a couple. I'm going to scroll down here for you. Are you a Beyblader at all, Audrey?
Not a bit.
Not a bit, no.
Not a bit. So I can't say that I'm familiar with the character.
I
Now,
just,
did he say that he paid for these to be commissioned,
yeah,
or did he
but he
just
either won it or paid for it.
okay?
Yeah, which is really neat to see. Like, in to actually, I just saw some butt. So we got to see. Here's your happy birthday, Julia. I still think no matter what, Eddie, I haven't seen the comments yet, but I just think it's really cool how people can go out there and use their skills of drawing or singing or whatever. I don't know what my skill is, but uh, just I like that. I like this chibi version here. I like the coloring on it. It's really nice. Probably one of my favorites actually when I was scrolling through here. But yeah, just to go out there and get this for your fandom here. Pretty cool.
Honestly, commissioning artwork, I've done it quite a few times myself. It actually is really fun because I mean, you get to put together. You work with somebody who's like actually talented, and they help you bring your vision to life.
Right.
And I mean, you can do some pretty wild stuff with them.
Me waiting for my commission.
It does sometimes take a while.
Yeah. So there you go. So check it out there. Again, thank you so much, Pepe, for sending it. And it was really cool to see that actually. Not to say that people are doing it for the giveaway. I know some people sent in stuff outside of the giveaway. So really appreciate seeing this. So again, if anybody wants to send anything, feel free to email me and we will check it out here. So that was Pepe. Yeah, I think it's really cool. My skill is annoying people. I should commission a portrait of all the number one waifus. How many waifus? That would take a lot. Do you ever see a quilt? You ever see a quilt that people have made over time, to celebrate someone's life? Could you imagine if every time you get a new waifu, like you have to sew on another little patch onto the quilt? For some people, that'll be never ending. That'd be quite the journey or a giant quilt. So, okay. All right, next one comes from Jose. Jose already showed us a collection of stuff. If you remember correctly, this is Jose that we had for Demon Slayer. But now he was talking about his Quince stuff, so he did take a picture of it's actually more than just Quince in here, and I have to zoom in every time. But when we were talking before, I think it was like maybe a week ago, 2 weeks ago, it might have been 2 weeks ago.
It was 2
Uh,
weeks ago.
yeah, it was 2 weeks ago where he was saying that he was getting all the different it wasn't a master set, a play set of SRs. So he sent over his binders, just real quick taking a look at it. It's just neat to see a whole lot of signatures. And there was one thing that actually I never thought about, but I saw inside of here. So that's why, there you go. You get your Nino page. I really do like these four row pocket binder doohickeys.
They're pretty nice. I'm using a teal one for my Weiss collection, my Weiss like personal collection.
Yeah, it takes forever to fill in though, just because there's four. I feel like it takes forever, but it's really cool to see a whole playset across. Because I use that personally. I only use the four pocket row ones, just because I want the whole playset to look like this. And our Miku, so we got our Yotsubas and our Eat Skis. So here they are. It's I think again like the SRs or something. SRs, triple rares, or something that are fairly cheap but people miss out on buying. It's nice to have an SP. It's nice to have signature cards, but if you can't afford it, always look to like some of these other things. It's still another way to get your fandom. And wow, he really loves Nino. Are you here, Jose? You really love Nino. I think he did like Nino when he said it last in this solo one there. I saw Ichika and then I'm like, Ichika. I think she's like my least favorite. She hurt Miku. That's what bothered me the most. So then we got our shower Nino. Do you remember these where they were like almost $200? I think they're like $100 now. But I do love this card.
The card is a really good card though too.
Yeah,
Which
no. Yeah, it definitely was. So we got our shower Ninos. And then our Santa ones. Yeah, I think he really loves Dino. But I see some Miku. I see her there. I do like this one, this PR card. One of my favorite ones. I like the fireworks one. So here's some more. I'm not trying to go through, but you could see it all right here. Look at these. These were not my favorite Hanayomes. They were like my least favorite.
I'm not a big fan of any of them, honestly, that we've had in each of the sets.
I like
I think
number one
the way
and
past one
three.
just plans out the card too much.
Yeah, this one's cool. Yeah, the Hanayomes weren't like all the greatest, but I get why they put them in there. It's not my favorite. Oh! I gotta show this one. Code word. Yep. Yeah, that's nice. I wonder what my family would think if I actually laid out some of these cards. Just had them out because I kind of put some of these cards where no one will ever see them because I don't want to be judged. But maybe I should did. I should embrace myself and help them embrace me for me liking this stuff. Yeah. So then we had these. We got our Ninos here that too. I can put them both there. Hopefully they'll appreciate them. So a lot of quints, as you can see. Oh, and these ones, the promo ones. I really like these promo ones. I haven't looked on them. I feel like they were going up in price, and they were hard to get. I know people are selling them on eBay and things, so he got them all, as you could see right here. And then this is he got four of these winner cards, which, um, yeah, I didn't think anybody would do that.
Well, I mean, it depends. Some stores actually distributed 4 to 1 person.
Yeah, no, I know you can get four to
So
one
all he would have
person,
had to
but
do is hunt that all he would have had to do is hunt down that person to go, "Hey."
no, I know. But to get if he didn't win them himself, because I know he does play, um, then it makes sense for this binder. This is what threw me off. I was like, oh, that actually makes a whole lot of sense if you actually want to fill your binder in to actually get a 4 row of them. Yeah,
Well,
it's
I
actually
mean,
yeah. So why Sack King said collecting all 4 is a chore. Yeah, I like the set one H Myers, Hanayomi rares. They're nice. So a lot of these swimsuit ones were really cool to see. So he's got a he got. I didn't see this earlier. I did not look at all the pictures. I just downloaded them
quadruple
earlier.
loser.
The
Oh
quadruple
yes.
L's. Yes, the quadruple L's. What do I think about that? I mean, the foiling looks nice on it, but to have all these, yeah, it's neat. Does this look all that bad? Like when I think about this, if it's like right before me, like staring at this, would I even think about it unless someone pointed it out? I almost feel like I'm so used to this giant text box on Weiss Schwarz, like right here, right? Look at this card. You got text here, here. You're blocking her body. You're blocking her neck. Even got up and almost to the middle of the card, and I look at this, and I'm like, you know, if someone didn't point this out, I probably wouldn't even think about it. I probably wouldn't have even thought about it. So, the card. Yeah, the
No,
quintuplet winner
that
cards were $50. I saw them going. Oh, look at this. Do you like this? Rent a
that is a
girlfriend
lot of
mommy
mommy.
cards.
That is a lot of mommy.
That is a lot of mommy. And if you oh wow,
Now someone
I stopped for a second. The reason why is look at this. This is actually kind of neat. The foiling on this card, and I don't know. I know it's because of the light hitting it differently, but you got like purple, you got a green, you got some red, you got some yellow. I don't know the way it looks photographed makes it actually kind of neat to see the different colors on it. It's actually pretty cool. Then we got the swimsuit one. I couldn't hold back anymore.
very infamous card there.
So the new season of Rent a Girlfriend's up, and I know I said this on Twitter and I said it in the Discord, but they had a picture. I did not look at Rent a Girlfriend. I haven't read the manga. I only know about the manga because of what happened with Mommy in it. But people were saying, well, no, not people, but when I looked at the picture, there was 5 girls on there, and I'm like, how is this dude getting 5 girls? The one person told me that 5th girl's not really in it all that much, but I'm like, the picture still has 5 girls. I'm like, a girl's a girl. Like somehow this dude ended up with has at least 5 of them floating around in his life. It's just it's a quite amazing thing. I watched it.
Especially on his income.
Yeah, I watched an interview with because I watched an interview with the guy that made Rent a Girlfriend, and he was saying he actually went out on dates with Rent a Girlfriend so that he can write this story. Like it helps him like progress the story. Like he goes out on actual dates that get the feeling of how a person actually feels on dates and things like that. I think that's really cool. I don't know if he's actually tells them he does this, or maybe somewhat incorporates them into it. But I think it's really neat. He's actually trying this out and having the feelings of the guy and the girl put into the story. So he's got Rent a Girlfriend binder, which is really neat. I like Sumi. Sumi's really cool. I like the new girl though. I will say season 3 when I saw the new girl, I'm like, oh my god, she's really cool because um, it's not a spoiler or anything. She really likes waifus. This girl likes her waifus, so I can respect that. Looking at what we're looking, I'm like that girl's really cool. We got some Rukas here. Bro, a whole manga just to cover up that he does that. Yeah, I think if you have a life experience and you can use it to make a book, right? Like people make autobiographies all the time. He's like he's a little bit injected into the story. So why not, right? Like if you can do it, do it. If I could write or draw or anything like that, maybe why not? I don't know if I'd go to the lengths of renting a girlfriend. I think my wife would hate that, but yeah, that's one way. That's one way to go. That is definitely. Oh, look at this one. Look at Ruka, just getting crushed. So, and then we got Don Machi. So it just didn't. This is basically you can see Rue. Rue is my favorite out of all the girls for Don Machi. Then we got Seer down here. Yep. So he got the whole thing. He got play sets and stuff. I have not looked at Don Machi in a long time, as in pricing or anything like that. But we got Bill. So yeah, he's really going for it with this binder. Yeah, you gotta dig the triple rares. Forget the guild lady's name. Can't read it. Is it Ina? Yeah. And then we got a Hestia right there. I like the signature. Oh, does he have the bath one? I did not look. I did not look at these pictures. So when I get these from people, I try to do them the least amount at looking at the cards or pictures that you say, oh, there it is. I always found this card to be disturbing to me. I don't know what you think, Audrey, but this card is
Why do you find
disturbing.
it disturbing?
Huh? Oh, it's
Why do you
just
find it disturbing?
well, I get what it is, but the way the art, or like look at the chest, it just looks kind of weird. I mean, I know there's like water dripping off of it, and they have to like do things, but it just zooming out, zooming in, like it looks off. Does not look right to me. But I get why people like it. Just a little disturbing to me. Hestia is a goddess. That is 100% true on that one. And there we are. So look at these. All right, we got our
Okay.
little stamp promo there.
Mm-hmm.
And those promos too. So there we are. That was a wait, oh, there's more. There's Saikano. That's right. I forgot. He got the TDs. The more expensive triple rares from the TDs, which is always fun. I have the one of Ariri hanging out inside of my room. And then you can see our signature less.
Yep, he's got his stamps.
Yeah, we got our stamps here. So here you go. We got some Ariris. And then we got her waking up too. So yeah, we got our lovely stamps. But I guess the best part about this, if you wanted a binder, I mean, then the signatures would be nice, but it was at least a little bit cheaper, a little bit easier on the budget that these things were just stamped.
Yep.
Oh. There you go. Here's some Utahas for Utaha fans. And Michiru. You see the little music note foiling? In our chibis. Chibis. And promo. Promo down there.
Yeah, you look like you had a 4 set of the winners cards too on the last page.
Yep. Yep. I went too fast. So I went backwards. But yeah, you can see that right there. So yeah, it was neat to actually see 4 winners. And it does make sense because I didn't think people would do that. And I know you could get it for winning. But at the same time, I'm like, if you were just buying them, would you buy 4? And I'm like, I guess you do. I guess why not? Why not? And there you are. So that should be it. Yes, that is it. That's everything. So Utaha does have fans. People do love her. I mean, again, I like Ariri. Then second place in my heart is Michiru, but there's definitely people that liked Utaha. She was a bad. It was funny when she was it during season 1 and they're in that hotel room and she was just typing. I thought that was fun. That was a lot of fun. I use my winner PRs as a center marker. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Lancer Lynx is a Utaha fan. You should you should fight for her because someone said that Udaha can't possibly have fans. So good. You're the weird one. No, we're all weird in our own way, right? Like I like that vending machine anime. Other people don't, so I could be a weird one too. But that's it. So again, if man, I didn't even have this thing up. If there you go. Bam. There you go. If you anybody out there that actually wants to do this as well, put it out there. You could feel free to send me an email or Twitter. You know, email, you send me a link, like I got a Twitter from Pepe. But at the same time, if you want to send me any pictures of your shrine, feel free to do so. If you're ever looking for TCG player link, please use mine, and we can use that for giveaways. And there's my profile for my anime list. So feel free to hit that up at any time, or if you have any questions, feel free. So that is it for me. You have anything else for me tonight, Audrey? I mean, I'm in a nice state. This is a good time. So yeah, bye. Yeah, this is a good time. So
Yeah,
this
I
is
can't really think of anything.
yeah, no, I think we're in a good spot. Today was a nice day. We're gonna have an awesome week, and I do have some videos planned. So hopefully I can get that done. I was gonna do some videos over the weekend. It's just I got real busy. My niece showed up out of nowhere on Sunday. She actually told me she was coming last week, but I completely forgot she was coming. And then Saturday I had family things to do. So hopefully I can put out some fun videos this week. But I hope you all have a wonderful week. I really appreciate you being here. But as always, I will catch you around for the next video, okay? So have fun, be happy, and don't spend anything outside of your budget. And be nice to Bushy Bat. That guy's nice. We all have to do some. We all have to do and deliver some crappy messages for our companies. But you know what? That's how we make our money, right?
Hey
So
guys, there's 16 of you watching and only 3 likes. Let's pump up those numbers for Big B. You
I'm
can dis
good.
you can dislike me, but hit the like button for Big B. I deserve the dislike button, I get it. But let's hit the like button for Big B.
I think I'm working back there, so I think when I come back from Japan, I don't know yet, so don't hold me to it. That we'll see about getting other people on here. I'm not sure on that yet, but I'm starting to ease up my thought process on that. So we'll see if we can do that coming up into the future. So that'll be my me thinking through that in September when I come back. So we'll see how that goes. So we'll get some new voices on here. Okay. All right, everybody, have a fun time. See you later. Goodbye.